The source of knowledge. There is one mind common to all individual men. Ralph Waldo Emerson. As our faculties of cognition are focused outward, we wrongly assume that knowledge must be pursued in the outer objective world. But the greatest minds of record have long known from their disciplines of concentration that all knowledge is structured in myriad frequencies of all-pervading consciousness. Knowledge is everywhere, all about us, in the air, as it were. I know from my own long hours of disciplined concentration, in which I experience varying levels of direct knowing, some sought, some spontaneous, that the quality of inner perception is infinitely superior to traditional academic learning. Not only is it possible to find the answer or solution to a given question by acutely focused one-pointed attention, but one can actually become and experience the state itself. As consciousness is singular and inseparable, and as it is all-encompassing, whether it is earth, air, sea, or mountains, sun, moon, or stars, each can be experienced, either separate from, fused with, or beyond personality. This can be achieved, but not in a manner of pursuit, by cheerfully and respectfully identifying with the phenomenon in a peaceful and enduring practice. This can and does occur, but we must be willing to pay its price of invested time. As in all endeavours, one needs to prepare accordingly. The first step is to learn to still our wandering thoughts in order to remain one-pointed in our concentration, and this is not as simple and easy as it may seem. Few there are who can avoid intruding thoughts for even 60 seconds. Thoughts stir and ruffle the clarity of the mind, as waves or ripples obscure the depth of a lake. An excellent mode of practice for becoming master of your thoughts, if it attracts your interest, is that of setting a regular quiet time of a certain length. Select a chair or sitting posture where you can be comfortable for at least 30 minutes. An hour or more is better. Choose a time and place where you will not be disturbed, and begin with a cheerful attitude. Count your breath up to 5 and then return to 1, continuing this repetition. Do not try to avoid intruding thoughts. This is crucial. The more you resist them, the more your attention attracts them. Rather, court a sense of joy and self-praise when you succeed for however short a period. As thought and attention perpetuate and sustain their own likeness, your attention must be on the pleasure of success now. After you have learned to keep the mind still by counting, then lay this crutch aside and remain easily still and silent, free from thought for ever longer periods. Soon you will be ready to begin your inner journey. At that time, an impropitious mood of joyful, even loving reverence for the object of your attention. Embody the state or condition. Sustain and endure in this identification, in the feeling of lightness and pleasure. If thoughts of your practice arise at other times, you should reinforce your attention with feeling such as, "Isn't it wonderful?" It is highly important to be faithful to your assumption that ultimate fulfillment is present here and now, and during some part of your practice, you should rehearse experiencing that which you would be doing were it already realized. This imprints the subconscious mind which, having no faculties of reason, produces your desired result. Observe your sense of well-being carefully and adjust your practice time if indicated. Grooming your emotions to a constant sense of harmony and pleasure should accompany your practice. We know that answers and solutions are sometimes revealed in a dream or while we are relaxed and thinking of something quite different. The famous Austrian composer Franz Schubert said that his compositions were remembering melodies that were unknown to him or anyone else. To learn of the inner pathway to knowledge is a worthy end in itself and would certainly justify a disciplined practice for that purpose. If you would know the answer to a particular question, it can be attained by assuming that it has already been revealed. Then in thought and imagination, act out that which would be the natural consequence. Be sure to add feeling to your daily practice. This would be an especially rewarding investment for those in research and business. As science is among the most dedicated, persevering, and noble of the arts, I thrill at the joys it will evoke when it is learned that there really is a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, accessible in those peak experiences of direct knowing. We have found that there is a capacity for acquiring knowledge that transcends the sensory faculties. J.B. Rhine, parapsychology researcher, Duke University. End of this chapter.